Now, from the home court of local sports, this is Full Court Friday.
Season 2, Episode 3, Ladies' Night here on Full Court Friday. Ryan Kelly, Dominic, Miranda. Good stuff, top to bottom, both sides of the state line tonight.
Yeah, listen, we finally got up to Wintersville. Man, it felt like way too long. We got to the hardwood up in Wintersville, but listen, Valdosta ladies in the midst of a 5-game winning streak. Could they keep it going?
And if you're going to go to Wintersville on Full Court Friday, you may as well do it the Friday before the Saturday of Wintersville.
Yes.
First round at the Crimson Coliseum. But hey, we'll talk about that a little bit later. For now, let's talk about the ladies tonight, because there were 3 Wildcat teams in Wintersville tonight. That includes the Valdosta Wildcats, the Camden County Wildcats, the Richmond Hill Wildcats, what we'll get to later. But Lady Cats looking really good right now, Dom.
Yeah, bit of a tale of 2 seasons for these 2 teams. Like I said, Valdosta in the midst of a 5-game heater. Camden County came in losing 6 in a row. So something's got to give. Do the streaks continue? Does one break? Who knows? 6th straight win in the balance. And if you watch a 6, their success begins and ends with Essence Cody. Second half here. Wildcats up 3 at the break. Cody with the catch. Pump fake puts it in. Valdosta strikes first in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but she was far from done. A little later, Valdosta back at it. Denver Arnold inside to Cody. Off glass and good. No stopping her down low. A presence inside the paint.
Essence the presence. That's right. Hey, she's so good in the post. She can pass. Natalie Walters gets it inside to Cody. Post to post passing. Too good. That's Anaya Bradfield. She buries the mid-range J.
All right, more Cody. Watch the athleticism here. Off the missed 3-point try by Walden. She gets the offensive board, takes it to the rim, off the mark, tip drill, get it to go down the second time around. Oh, look at that. This is just bully ball at this point.
Dominating. All right, keep up here. Bradfield gets the layup to go down. You see the tail end there. Wildcats keeping the press on Camden County in the second half, and it pays off. Bradfield, the tip. Denver Arnold, the beneficiary, takes it in and scores. That's the way it went tonight in this second half. They outscored Camden County by 27 in half number 2. Take a look at your final. Valdosta wins this thing 61-31. It's 6th straight win. Interesting here, Ryan. Valdosta started the game on a 19-0 run. Camden County responded with a 15-0 run. It was only a 3-point game at the break, with the Wildcats imposing their will in half number 2.
That's exactly what you want to see before you're heading across town to play the Vikings tomorrow night. It's going to be a whole lot of fun there on that side of town. All right, let's stick with the ladies, shall we? Let's go to Mount Pleasant Road, the old campus at Monroe, where the Bobcat ladies welcome Childs and Amaya Johnson. Made a quick introduction. Hi there, I'm at the game. 3 corner, first bucket, you get it. T-Wolves with the ball now, but not for long. Travonda Jackson gonna pick a pocket. She's off to the races, laying the fast break on, up, and in through the contact. Gets it to go. Monroe firing on all cylinders early, but here comes Childs. Nice ball movement around here, gets into the paint. Sarah Flossick pulls up from inside the stripe, gets it to fall.
Banks open.
Nice stuff. Yes, it is on Friday and late after 5 o'clock. T-Wolves ball here, gonna go to the baseline where Walcaria Jackson fires a long 2. It's pure. It was a back and forth first quarter, but Monroe eventually gets some breathing room in this one. Lady Bobcats get the win over 16-win Child squad, 49-31.
Just gonna say 16-5. That's a big time win. All right. Brookwood ladies trying to snap a 4-game skid, playing host to
Tift area.
Thank you. I had no idea. Second half here, Warriors up. Lexi Connell gets the pass inside, flips it up. It's a friendly bounce, goes down for the Panthers. Brookwood, though, still leading at the end of 3. Warriors up 18 here, 4th quarter. Skip pass over to Ainsley Jacobson for 3. Nothing but net. Brookwood pulling away. Panthers back in it, though. They answer. Amelia Mercer, talk about a diaper dandy. She's in 8th grade.
Wow.
How about that? Good stuff for the Panthers. But hey, listen, the Warriors waste no time getting back on offense. Great ball movement. Emma Rhodes gets her hands on it. It's a 3-point shootout in Brookwood. Bang, bang, bang. Good stuff right there. They kept in the arm's length. They end that 4-game skid. They win 53-38.
As a matter of fact, I will correct you. Tift area got the win tonight.
Tift area got the win.
Tough loss for the Warriors. All right, South Georgia, the place to be. Teresa Edwards Court. Bainbridge and Cairo. The Bearcats have just 1 loss, and they showed why early. Vontrell Irvin on the other end, the bucket and the foul. He's feeling it, ready to roll. But the Makers made life tough all night long for the favored Bearcats. Cairo on a breakaway. Fabian Yarbrough takes it coast to coast. Back and forth we would go. Cairo still in need of more buckets, and the nifty step back three here from Kesha Spence is pure. Really fun basketball we played between these two old rivals. Cairo back on offense, kick out for three, not going to go, but the Makers have a man down low. The hoop, the harm, another great one between the Bearcats and the Makers, as it is in just about every sport. But Bainbridge wins one in overtime, 53-50.
That's a classic. 19-1 Bainbridge now. Full court feature in their future. All right, Giles boys hosting Leon. 3-point shootout early on. T-Wolves getting the party started. Jake Easterling gives it up, gets it back, and hits money from downtown. Moments later, Easterling again. Hot sauce. That's a 6-0 lead. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Leon charges back with what else? A three. Osiah, blue shoes. Hall buries the trifecta. Childs wouldn't be outdone, though. Kellen Quiggins spots up and hits. Threes for everybody, for you and you and you. We finally break the streak, kind of. Andrew Ritter and his luscious locks. Skyen for the board, the putback, it's good. 3 points the old-fashioned way. Leon still trailed early. Childs just staves off their rivals, though. Getting it done, 56-53.
Really good game on the north side of town. Let's head back to Wintersville, shall we? Fresh off a 40-point win over Colquitt. Lowndes at the Crimson Coliseum. They had a 10-point lead at the half over Richmond Hill. Also the Wildcats, third quarter. Samuel Stoptaw buries the mid-range J. Vikings extending their lead. A little later, Vikings working it around the Shoptaw gets his hands on a hard drive with the left through some contact, showing off the southpaw. Shoptaw, southpaw, I get it. Vikings keeping it on. Shoptaw doubled, and why not? He rifles it out to Keyshawn Arthur behind the arc. Gets it to go. Money from distance. Vikings pulling away late, but it's time to put the nail in the coffin, isn't it? Shoptaw back at it. Takes it hard to the rim. Gets it to the corner. Reverses around. Landon New hoists one from deep. Bang, bang, bang. Turn out the lights. Lowndes with the big win before Wintersville tomorrow, 55-38.
Good little primer right there. All right, Crossroad hosting community leadership at Old West Gadsden Gym. Third quarter here, Lions turnover. Going to lead to a Scorpions. I love that. Points. Chris Parker finds Jamari Favors doing him a favor. Easy deuce. CLA down big. They need buckets. So they turn to downtown Owen Brown. Bang, bang, bang. Buries the triple. But while we're focusing on him, Chris Parker, call him KP because he can do anything with the bucket. Goodness gracious, that kid, he's fun to watch, isn't he?
Yes, oh my gosh.
A lot of fun. Don't adjust your set. Don't think your computer glitched. We're going to run it back. Fearless three from another Brown. Immediately met by points from Parker. This time pulling up. Foul line extended, I like to call it. Bang. Scorps! Big win tonight, 76-38.
Yeah, good stuff for Crossroads. They get back on track. Really the first bad loss for CLA this season. Let's take a look at the full court scoreboard, shall we? Because plenty of good stuff we weren't able to get to tonight. Rickards outlasts Lincoln. They're now tied on the season series, 54-51. Mariana takes down FAMU DRS on the south side, 65-48. Gadsden County gets the better of Godby. Godby now below 500, 70-62 as Andrew Moten's squad gets it done at home.
Doherty gets the best of Thomasville, both boys and girls, not particularly close. And Pelham keeps Brooks, gets the win, I should say, by 3. Close game, a lot of close games.
Nice region win in the Pelham, or excuse me, in Quitman for the Hornets. Hey,
stuff.
When we come back, let's talk about another great force in South Georgia basketball, the Valdosta State ladies, who are still just burning and blazing their own trail. See what I did there? Don Miranda's got your full court feature after this. All right, Valdosta, Wintersville, Titletown, whatever you call it, it's earned that name because they win, and they win a lot. Deandra Shermer and the Valdosta State Blazers women's basketball team, yeah, they win a lot too. They haven't skipped a beat, being removed just 1 year from a trip to the Elite Eight. And Dom, they overcame some early hardships throughout this season.
They started 0-2, and since that point, the Blazers have won 14 of 15. They've overcome a lot. They look primed for another deep run in the Division II postseason. I caught up with head coach Deandra Shermer on how this team makes winning look so easy.
Injuries have plagued VSU from the start of the season, but you'd never know it. Fresh off a 51-point win over Mississippi College on Thursday, Coach Shermer says it's strength in numbers.
We've talked about how this year we've got to have good depth, and I thought tonight was a true testament to that. We have some of our key players that are still out right now, and we said next woman up. And so going into these last 9 games of the regular season, we've talked about everybody's got to be ready, and to see our group respond in that way and to see everyone play well was really a good thing, and shows me that we're prepared for some of that postseason play and prepared to be at that championship level that we always want to be at.
9 games left. Eyes on what truly matters. Postseason play, defense and rebounding, core postulates, and you can see it with how this team plays, forcing over 20 turnovers per game, out-rebounding opponents consistently, an average margin of victory of 11 points, sitting at 13-2 in conference play, just a half game out of first place. Coach Shermer is never satisfied and says consistency is a true mark of a great team.
There's still been games where we've had a lack of consistency. We also want to have the consistency through the 80 minutes that week, that the first minute we're playing just as hard and the last minute we're playing just as hard. And so we'll really look for that consistency, because when we play at home, it looks like the basket's a lot bigger. When we play at home, the fans are behind us, everything we do feels elevated. But we've got to be prepping for those tough road games that we have coming up and on our schedule.
Yeah, there are some tough games on that schedule. The Gulf South, you really don't get any breaks. It's amazing how consistent that league is year in and year out. But it's amazing to see just how consistent Coach Shermer has made the Blazers, even as you said, with so much they've had to deal with this season.
Right, and listen, only 3 losses, all 3 of which 2 ranked teams in the midst of that 13-game winning streak, in the midst of that 14 of 15 wins, 2 ranked wins. So it's not like the conference is really good, but the teams they play in the non-conference good too, and this team just doesn't blink.
Yeah, speaking of good, there's a whole lot of good basketball tomorrow. Our thanks to Dom for that on the Blazers. But when we come back, the Noles, Rattlers, Eagles, and Nighthawks are all in action, and they've all got something to prove. We got your college weekend preview coming up on Full Court Friday. All right, so we already talked about the Blazers back at the Plex. Good stuff for them tomorrow. But Tallahassee, Thomasville, Valdosta, wherever you live, you've got something good to watch this weekend.
There's so much happening this weekend. I am pumped as the weekend sports anchor because the script's writing itself. I mean, you can't make it up.
Yeah,
it's just
your
stuff
weekend is already planned out. But one team that will not be here in town is the Florida State men's basketball team. They're on the road at the Oakland Zoo, taking on the Pitt Panthers. And I got to tell you, when the schedule came out a few months ago, you'd have probably circled Pitt as a bit of a breather game for the FSU men, but it's anything but. Kind of feels like Jeff Capel finally has his team. The Panthers are 13-6, 6-2 in ACC play right now, right in the thick of the regular season conference race. This morning, Coach Leonard Hamilton saying experience is what really rules the day for Pitt.
They are a very mature team that's really looking at each other and calling each other out and pushing each other, and that's what mature teams are doing. I can't say enough about, how tough they are mentally and physically, and we know we got a fight on our hands when we go on the road to play against them.
FAMU men and women both broke 7-game losing streaks on Monday, both picking up wins over visiting Mississippi Valley State, and both looking to keep that momentum rolling. The ladies and fellas traveling to Mississippi tomorrow, taking on Alcorn State. Ladies tip off at 3 Central, the fellas at 5 Central. See if Coach McCullum and Coach Pillow can capitalize, start some midseason winning streaks.
All right, let's talk about what I'm super excited for tomorrow. The TCC men hosting the #1 team in the country. The Eagles have won 19 straight. That makes them 5th ranked. But to be the man, woo, you got to beat the man, pal. And Chipola is the man. Coming in from Mariana, the Eagle Dome, 4:30 tip. Dom's going to be there. Well, 4:30 for the ladies, right? Do I have that right?
I saw 4:30 for the fellas.
Okay, 4:30 for the fellas. Dom's going to be there. Going to be a whole
It doesn't matter what time. I'm going to be there,
yeah,
all right?
Yeah,
Come on.
Just be there early. I know the animals of Section B are supposed to be there. It's going to be an awesome crowd. Make sure you're out there.
All right, speaking of successful seasons right now, Thomas, the fellas, got to keep it going. They're half a game back from first place in the Sun Conference, hosting Kaiser. We'll see if Thomas can keep it going.
All right, going to be a great, great, great weekend. Go Noles, go Nighthawks, go Blazers, go Eagles.
Man.
And,
everybody.
by the way,
Now, from the
always
home
the
court
Jags.
of local
You tell 'em,
sports,
big voice.
this is
Good
Full
night.
Court Friday.